Hello everybody, welcome to the weekend update, Friday, June 21st. We are almost halfway through the year. That is crazy. Hopefully everybody got through all their graduations and ends of school, and summer's off to a good start. Hopefully a productive summer still on the work side as well. Let's dive into all the great stuff going on at Samson this week and what's going to go on next week. So first we start with our weekly market reports. We always start with the DC metropolitan area. This is our whole big snapshot of everything going on in our area. Last week, there were 1,539 contracts written. So 4% down from the week before. So that's about the same, about 60 contracts different. Nothing to worry about too much. And almost the exact same as a year ago. And that's really, I ran the year-to-date stats actually today, and it was almost exactly the same amount of listing sales year-to-date across our metropolitan area. So pretty interesting there. New listings were actually down 8%, which was interesting because we've been kind of going up week by week. So a little bit of a slowdown this week. I don't know if it was graduations or people starting to go on vacation, but a little bit less listings on the market across our whole metropolitan area. The active listings actually up 1.7%. And again, we talk about inventory. We actually have 29.4% more inventory on the market today than we did at this point last year. So that's kind of interesting there as well. So let's go on to our other markets. So North Central Virginia, another great market for us. 490 purchase contracts last week, down 2% from last week. So that's like 9 contracts, no big deal. Down 4% from a year ago at this time. So pretty flat overall. New listings up 1% over the last week, so about the same. Five more listings than last week. No big deal there. Active listings, 4% more in the market over the week, and 16% more than at this time last year. So again, it's still a lot more inventory out there than we're used to at this point in time last year. Baltimore metropolitan region, 926 new contracts last week, up 3%, so about the same. 27 more contracts-ish, 28 more contracts. Pretty flat from a year ago at this time as well. New listings down 15%. That's actually a fairly significant number. It's about 140 listings on something like that, so that's a pretty big number as far as less listings than last week. 858 listings, so 2% more than last week as well. So, or 2% more than at this point last year. So pretty flat from a year ago, but a lot less than this time last week. Active listings overall in the marketplace, 4,200, up 1% from last week, but up 29% from a year ago. So at this point a year ago, there was 29% less inventory in the market. So there is some decent amount of inventory out there for people to buy. Last one we're going to look at here is that Maryland, West Virginia panhandle for us. 225 contracts last week, down 7%. So it's about 15 contracts. Nothing to really worry about too much about. New listings down 6%. Again, 12 listings. Not a huge bump, but a little bit less than last week and 7% less than a year ago at this time. And then active listings. This is a bigger, how do we judge inventory overall? 1,380 active listings in the market right now, up 1% from a week ago. 22% more active listings than at this time a year ago. So that's a pretty big jump. A little bit more inventory than we had on the market last year. So all good because buyers now have options, and sellers, we got to be smart when we go out to price these homes. Make sure they look good and price good, or they could sit a little bit because there is a little bit more inventory out there. The sellers aren't in complete control like they would have been maybe until a couple weeks ago. So great data there on our market reports. Let's go on to our top performers for the week. Our top performers for the week of January, our top performers for the week of June 8th through June 14th, not January, June. So we had some fantastic performances overall within our brokerage. Our top 5 individuals in all of Samson by volume. Ritu Desai, great job. One of the oldies but goodies here at Samson Properties. Patrick Sullivan, Ellen Mills, Katie Kim, and Daniel Lee. Fantastic job to our top 5 individual performers. Our top 5 individuals by transactions for the week. The incomparable Dilyara Daminova, Waqar Ahmed, Claudia Cornejo, Ritu Desai, and Patrick Sullivan rounding out our top 5 there. So great individual performances by all those top performers. Our top teams for the week at Samson Properties. Jason Shepard's team just continues to bring it home. Shepard Homes Group crushing it. They did 64 sales in the month of May. 64 in the month of May. June off to another great start there. Number 1 in transactions for the week. This is volume. Number 1 in volume for the week. Carolyn Young Homes. Carolyn Young and your team continuing to be just an amazing team. They're number 2 in volume for the week. Rick Jarvis leading One South Realty Group down in Richmond, number 3. The Casey Samson team, Uncle Casey, number 4. And Candace Astroff leading Perfect Choice Real Estate, number 5. Fantastic teams. Great week by all of you. Now on transactions, similar list. A little bit messed up in the order. Carolyn Young Homes, number 1. Both transactions for the week. Great job, Carolyn and team. Rocking it all over Maryland, West Virginia, and Virginia. Jason and Shepherd Homes Group, number 2. Fantastic week as well. One South Realty Group, Richmond, number 3. Candace and Perfect Choice, number 4 out of our Fairfax office. And the Casey Samson team, rocking at number 5 for the week. Fantastic teams all across our footprint. Great week by all of you. All right, some announcements, some things coming up and what's happened this week. We packed the studio yesterday. Thanks for coming out. I guess 2 days ago, Wednesday. We welcomed 131 new agents to our family. 131 since our last sales meeting. Just awesome job. We had 770 Cardinal closings since our last sales meeting. That's a few closings. So thank you all for all of your support. Great info on Bright updates, contract updates, all that kind of fun stuff. We'll continue to update you. Continue to look at your schedule for more and more classes coming up. We'll keep you up to date here on the weekend update as well. Starting with, you already missed it today because our weekend updates today, but look for the replay if you missed it today. Is Mike and Steve going over contract updates for NVAR. Great class today, Friday the 21st. If you missed it, sorry, but look for that tape on the Cardinal Nest. It'll be on the homepage there, I'm sure, for a little bit. So visit the Cardinal Nest to see all the contract update classes as they come out. And if you missed it, I guess I was one slide ahead of myself. If you missed it, you can always watch it there. Our sales meeting from Wednesday, and then Steve and Mike's class will be up there as well in the near future. Our sales meeting for July 17th, there's ice cream cones there. Heather and Sarah during the meeting yesterday promised ice cream social after the sales meeting. So we have that to look forward to. July 17th, join us live and in studio. We'll talk about some great stuff. Richard Bridges and I are working on a buyer script class and some seller script classes. I think we talk a lot about things to say during this commission time period, but we want to give you that top 5, that top 10, some things, some takeaways that you can go and practice. Practice handling those objections as they come. So excited about that class. We'll announce when it's coming. Richard and I are finalizing some of the content here in the next week, but I think I'm going to teach the first one, and then Richard will probably take the ball from there. I'll do one in studio, and Richard will probably take it around our footprint a little bit with some help from some of our other educators. So excited about that. What to say during all this mess. We'll give you some help with that. Our May capture rates came out. So Virginia and West Virginia, we had a 53% average on our buyer side. So great job by them. Maryland, D.C., just 36%. It's good. We'd like it to be a lot better. Obviously, our average across our whole company is 48%. We are up year over year when it comes to that content, but this is the place where I could just ask your help more, guys. If you haven't used Cardinal in a while, give them a chance. Give them a chance to earn your business. They should have to earn it. Nothing's given in this world, but give them the opportunity. And I think they're going to do a great job and earn more of your business going forward. HQ to use, guys. If you haven't been out to one, get to one. We have great on-the-money topics when it comes to our contracts, our commission structures, how to use our services and resources. Great stuff. Richmond, next Thursday, we'll be in the downtown office, the Main Street office there where One South had their home. We're excited to bring the education all day down to Richmond. Then into July, we're going to take off that July 4th week. We'll be back July 10th in Martinsburg, July 24th in Waldorf, and July 31st in our Tyson's office. So just in the next month, we hit Richmond, West Virginia, Maryland, and Northern Virginia. So we're hitting all of our footprint in a 30-day period. Great stuff. So I encourage you, I'll be at all those. Come on out, see us. Join the conversation. It's only can help you out. We've helped Richard Bridges, Bethany Durham, and Bobby Samson are all now also giving Y Samson lunches or breakfast. So look out for them and me all over our footprint. Our goal is to do about 11 or 12 a month now. Go to joinsamson.com for the most updated list. There's even a couple that we have gotten them on here. So June 25th, next Tuesday, we'll be in Gaithersburg. 27th, I'll be in Richmond. July 9th, we'll be at Woodbridge at the Harbor Grill. July 10th, that's me in Martinsburg at the Sycamore. July 11th in White Marsh, Michael's Cafe. And then Bowie, July 15th at Renditions Golf Course. Those are the next 6, but we're planning to do 12 a month, so look for more to keep popping onto that schedule. And joinsamson.com will have that full list for you. So invite a friend, get those referral rewards, and let them come to this great company that you love as well, getting that 100% commission and all the great things that we offer out to our realtors. So excited to do that. Guys, circle this on your calendar right now. Go to the Cardinal Nest where you can watch this and sign up. Go to Samson Cares on the homepage, and you can sign up either Friday or Saturday or both if you want to. Friday night, we need about 25 volunteers to help set up. Saturday, 10 to 12, the main event, we need probably close to 200 volunteers. I know my family's already got a couple of those spots taken, so I would love for you to come. serve together, pack meals together. Your kids that are 6, 7 years old or up, my kids started volunteering when they were 4 or 5 years old. If they can successfully run a packing line and pack stuff up and hold stuff, then they can help us out. But this is a great time to serve together, provide family meals for all those families in need around our footprint. So I'd love to see as many of you as possible, July 20th at Chantilly. Upcoming classes in education for next week. So Monday we have a training seminar for our Zillow showcase. Guys, Zillow is out there. Eyeballs are on it. You can showcase your listing and make sure you're getting more eyeballs. To our listing agents are saying they're getting tons more traffic to their listing when they get this, and it actually has their name and phone number on it, not just a random buyer information. So it's got your name on it. It's got a showcase tag. You're going to get more traffic for the listing. You can use this to help win the listing. You're competing against a couple other listing agents. Show them that you're going to showcase their home on Zillow. I promise you, the person behind you is not doing that, and it's going to be a big difference. So we have a discounted price at Samson. If you go through us, we can sell those to you for less money every month. We bought a big block at discount so that we can sell them to you all. Monday as well, Will Kilker's teaching KV Core in-person workshop. Bring your laptop, sign up. You can use all the KV Core stuff. They're going to throw us for a loop because KV Core just announced that they're rebranding everything. It's ridiculous, but whatever. So you'll start to see, we're going to call it KV Core for a while, let's be clear. But in theory, they're rebranding and they're announcing all that now. So you'll see more about that. But KV Core, if you haven't done it yet, roll up your sleeves, dive in. There's so much good stuff that you can get out of using our tech to enable your business and take it to the next level. Our next class, free group coaching class, Tuesday at 10 a.m. Role playing and objection handling. This is with Jennifer Dorn. A lot of stuff we're talking about. How do you get good at role playing and having these conversations with objection handling? You don't just show up and do it. You got to practice, guys. Practice? I'm doing my Allen Iverson here. Talking about practice? But even the script class that Richard and I are rolling out, similar to this. Okay, great. So Donnie and Richard told you what to say. But you got to practice it, guys. Get in a room with your spouse, your friend, your kid, for whatever it is. Have them ask the question. Practice your response. Have somebody play off you. Be devil's advocate. You've got to get used to answering the question so that when you get in the line of fire the first time, you got $20,000, $30,000 on the line, you don't freak out and not know what to say. So practice these objection handling and these role playing. So I love that class. How to create your newsletter. I went off in the sales meeting about how this is the number one thing. If I was working in a sphere of influence, I would do today. I would have this newsletter, would send it to 200 people in my database. You will see so much more referral business if you talk to your referral database. You can't just assume they're going to call you. You have to reach out to them in a meaningful way. Heather's going to teach a great class on Wednesday about how to create your newsletter, modify it from ours, make it your own. Now you got something valuable that you can email at a minimum, but I would put in the mail, put in their fingers in a beautiful print piece. So love the newsletter, love it to your sphere of influence, or geofarming to a neighborhood. One of the two, it will 100% give you a great rate of return on your money. Coffee with Casey next Thursday. There's nobody better than my Uncle Casey. He will come and teach all the things. He rolls up his sleeves, teaches you what he's doing in his business. Highly encourage you to get here, 10:30 to 11:30. See the man, the myth, Casey. The great part about Casey is he's super smart. Jason said yesterday the guy should be a news anchor. He's got that voice, right? But the great part about being in a class with Casey is you never know what he's going to say next because he doesn't really know sometimes. But it keeps it fun. He's super smart, pulls back the curtain on how he runs his $150 million a year team and growing. So thank you to Casey for that. I'd encourage you to come to the studio next Thursday for great training. It's just a sample of what an HQ2U lineup looks like, just in case you were curious. Networking breakfast. We do lead generation, Q&A with Sarah and I, 10 to 11. Talk about Real Scout. Cardinal always does a class now on sell impersonation with fraud. Value of buyer agency, some KV Core on Core Present, digital CMAs, Sky Slope, using the Print Center. These are all really, really valuable things that can help you build your business or learn about our business. So we always send this schedule is always out on the Cardinal Nest for the HQ. Go to the HQ2U page on the left under education. You can see the schedule for the upcoming event that you're going to be in. All right, so the full training, full schedule for next week. 11 o'clock, Zillow, we talked about. 1 o'clock with Will, KV Core. Print marketing, 3 o'clock with Tommy Sullivan. Great group, free group coaching. This is the objection handling with Jennifer Dorn. KV Core basic workshop. We're going to have in Bowie Tuesday, 10 to 12. Great if you're new to KV Core, a great basic workshop there Tuesday. buyer consultation training on Tuesday with Bowie. I believe all of those are with the great Lynn Hamilton on Tuesday. So you got buyer consultation training in the afternoon, KV core training in the morning. Sky Slope training Tuesday. Wednesday, forms update. So we talked about Mike and Steve doing their class today. Well, Nancy Williams, our great West Virginia broker, is going to have a class in Wednesday in Charlestown 2 to 3. Then you're going to see Thursday in Martinsburg on the next slide there. So Print Center, newsletter class. Heather talked about how to develop your newsletter. Thursday all day, HQU at the Richmond Main Street office. Coffee with Casey. If you're not in Richmond, you should be sitting in the Chantilly office doing Coffee with Casey here on Thursday. Or if you're in West Virginia, you'll be in the West Virginia Forums update there, 10 o'clock in the Martinsburg office. We've also got your mastermind group, 0 to 2 million on Thursday. Sponsor Spotlight Breakfast with Silver Spring in the Silver Spring office, 10 to 12 on Thursday. Lynn has her great Master Your Marketing class Thursday, 2:30 always, a virtual class, great to hop into. Friday, we got the Fast Track Commercial Training with Aladdin as always, weekly mortgage update with First Heritage, and then a Sky Slope training as well. Remember, you've got orientations every day, all over the place. If you're new to Samson, or you just forgot all the stuff that we have, or how to get connected, go to one of those orientations. You will have yourself much more in line. Remember, we're always videoing so many of the things we do here, putting them on Samson University, so go there for the latest videos. I love to close with a little bit of update on the Samson family. We've had this coming for a little bit, but Friday was the big day. My daughter there in the middle, Ava Samson, graduated high school at Light Ridge. She was fantastic. She was also the class president, so she got to stand up and do the intro to the whole day, and she got to do the Pledge of Allegiance for the whole crowd. So it was pretty cool. Our family was there. My mom and stepdad were there. My dad, stepmom, Meredith's parents. It was a great day overall, family, and celebrating Ava, who just was fantastic at Light Ridge for 4 years. And we're super proud of her, and she'll be going on to Virginia Tech in the fall. So great day of celebration there for Ava. I know last week I told you I would be in Hershey Park all weekend after Ava's graduation in lacrosse, so the fun never stops for Donnie. This weekend, New Jersey and Philadelphia are just outside of Philly for some more lacrosse this weekend, so the fun never stops in the Samson family to travel lacrosse. So just want to close with saying happy summer to everybody, but also thank you for your amazing support with Samson Properties, how you continue to just support us in such an amazing way, the way you do business out there, the way that you're continuing to refer your friends and colleagues to us to talk to them. Thank you so much. Mark and I and the recruiting team are talking to all of them and bringing them on the boat. But then, the last key is please continue to use Cardinal Title Group. Those numbers are great. They're up 48%, but I would love to see that be 50, 52, 55% of your buyers. The more you can support Cardinal, the more I promise we're going to continue to pour great stuff into making you all better realtors. So thank you so much for all your support. Hope you all have a great week. Stay cool out there, and we'll see you next week. Peace out.